So Kathy, I made the comment to you earlier when we were walking in here that you walk like an ice skater, and you look like an ice skater. And I know that that was a career a while ago. So tell us about that and how that helped you get into what you're doing now.
Well, thank you, Tracy. I used to say that's like my past life, but since we're talking about sizzle in the middle, I was an ice skater for many, many, many years. And I had a very serious chronic condition called interstitial cystitis. And that's very, very painful, and I would hemorrhage, and it just was very hard to be on the road in a different city every week with this. So I did surgery, I did drugs, I did everything that the doctors knew to do, and nothing worked.
So this was while you were ice skating?
While I was ice skating.
And you ice skated in spite of it?
People saw me in
Wow.
the ice show, and then I'd go back and I'd be at the emergency room. That's why they put me on what they call prophylactic drugs, so that I wouldn't be in emergency room after emergency room. Tried surgeries. There really is no known cure for this dis-ease that I had. And in fact, one thing that people have told me that's inspiring is when my kids were about 5 and 8, I end up in the hospital at UNLV, and they told me I would be dead by morning. And I believed it because I was so weak. I mean, I was just like not even in my body.
And at that moment, what went through your mind?
I was like, I've got these 2 beautiful young kids, and I'm not going to be here. And there wasn't even that much fight in me, though, because I was so not able to be in my body. And I thought, okay, well, whatever I have, I'll hang on. And I made it through the night and into the morning. And then they said, well, if we ever get you out of here, you'll never walk and you'll for sure never ice skate. And they thought, well, maybe I had lupus or cancer, or, the choices weren't very good. And that's when I learned that for me, I needed alternatives. I didn't like the choices being given to me. And at that point...
So from the regular medical community?
They tried. I mean, they gave me everything they could, and we just didn't have answers in that realm. So at that point, I learned Ayurveda, the ancient science of India, and I studied Ayurveda. And in this one book, I found one herb that just took the tinge off of the pain. And long story short, a year later, I was ice skating at the Lido in Paris, and that's why those ice skating clips are on my website, because to be able to go from you're dead and you'll never walk and you'll never skate to skating a year later, it was a lot of work. But I can show people that you can do that. We can find something. We can find homeopathy, we can find herbs, we can use all the different modalities and make a difference for somebody.